We know that preparing for the PMP exam isn't easy. This video will help you ask the right questions and find solutions that deliver the best value for your needs. There are a few things you should consider before beginning your studies. Am I eligible for the PMP certification? What are the different ways to prepare? What is my learning style? How do I find a training provider? How do I validate that a PMP course meets my requirements? Let's begin by answering some of these questions. There are two major requirements that must be achieved before submitting your PMP application: 35 hours of project management training and document 3 to 4 years of project management experience. The requirement varies slightly based on a college degree completion. Off-Peak Training provides white papers that offer additional tips and tricks on completing the application, as well as certification advisors that can answer any of your specific questions. You should probably know that the exam is 200 questions, it's multiple choice, and the questions are based on project management scenarios. There are many different ways to go about studying to pass the PMP exam. Some individuals may feel comfortable studying on their own by reading the PMBOK guide and other project management books, while others may want the benefit of expert instructors guiding them through the project management processes and related vocabulary. To determine which option is right for you, it is useful to assess the type of learner you are and select an option that blends at least 4 of them. If you're a visual learner, you like reviewing graphics, watching an instructor use a whiteboard, or making connections using colors. For oral learners, listening to audio CDs or live instruction is helpful. Verbal learners learn by reading out loud, asking and answering questions out loud. For physical, you prefer writing notes and highlighting books. Logical learners like problem solving, case studies, and taking practice tests. Social learners love classroom discussion, love role-playing, and breakout sessions. The solitary learner can pick up a book, read it, and be ready for the exam. Try prioritizing these 7 techniques to find out the best solution for you. Now here's a checklist that I want you to use when you're searching for and selecting a training provider. We're going to go through this in more detail. When selecting a PMP training provider or purchasing other study materials, it's important that you trust their resources. Look for the Registered Educational Provider logo. This means that the training provider has had their course materials reviewed by and approved by the PMI and are more likely to keep their materials accurate and current, and they abide by PMI policies. You're also going to want to choose a provider that will share their student success rate. 90% or better is a good starting point. Some providers also guarantee their course by allowing you to retake the course, and they'll also cover your re-examination fees. This is a question that you're definitely going to want to be asking. You will also want to ensure that you have all the resources needed to complete your journey. The Off-Peak Training class includes 35 hours of classroom instruction, a hard copy of the PMBOK, or if you want to choose to go digital, we'll make a $25 donation to the Nature Conservancy in support of planting and saving trees. We also include a proprietary course guide that uses colors to make understanding the project management process groups easy to visualize. Lastly, our challenging practice exam on the last day provides students with a realistic test-taking experience, and a personalized analytics report will help determine readiness for the PMI exam and break down the results to show strengths and weaknesses by subject area. Have you heard of blended learning? That's when classroom courses also have an online component. Our learning management system allows students to begin studying before their first day of class and continue learning after their last day, with self-paced review modules, chapter quizzes, digital flashcards, and an interactive discussion forum moderated by a live course instructor. Other online resources include access to thousands of practice exam questions and project document templates. Another thing you're going to want to consider is how convenient is this course for you? Is it located near where you work or live? Is it offered during weekdays or weekends? Also, what's their policy on rescheduling? Do they offer the course only publicly, or can an instructor come on site? A great way to validate a training provider is by reading testimonials. Try their website first, and you can also look at other sites like Google and Yelp. Also, if you know someone that is a PMP, ask him or her about their experience preparing for the exam. Okay, here's that checklist again. We just covered all the items that we find important. You'll notice that off-peak training matches these requirements. It's important that you figure out what else is important to you. If you're unsure that a training provider meets that requirement, just give them a call. Click the link below to download this checklist. Alright, last point I want to make while you're listening. Did you know off-peak training has a price match guarantee? Here's how it works. You have to provide proof of a comparable course offered by a registered education provider. Proof of a comparable course must be provided before purchase. No exceptions there. Comparable courses are live, instructor-led, physical classroom courses for 35 hours and scheduled within 3 months and 30 miles of the off-peak training course. Please contact off-peak training at 866-661-2521. A certification advisor will help you with your questions and with your registration. Best of luck to you as you prepare for your PMP certification.